Hello and welcome to another edition of Siano on the Sidelines. We are your hosts for today. I'm Nate Shores.
And I'm Sam Boykin. Today is September 17th, and we'll be going over the beginning of fall sports and interviewing the head coach of Sterling girls soccer team, Coach Jimmy Kay.
More from them in a moment, but first let's start off with the progress of our fall sports and how they've been doing in the beginning parts of their 2025 campaigns. Coach, we're going to start out with what else but football?
Right.
So, football's off to a hot start, going 3-0, blowing all their teams out by at least 35 points or more. How do you feel about this?
Well, for me, it's been great. I'm a huge fan as the AD of a running clock in the second half of a game, so I've been a fan of that. We changed some things around the coaching staff, and Coach Barrett's calling the plays now. It's been very successful. The kids have really grasped onto that, and the results are showing. Now we have to prove ourselves on the road a little bit, which is going to be cool.
You brought up going on the road. Do you think they're going on the road for the first time this season is going to change anything? Not playing in front of their home crowd or anything?
Yeah, I mean, of course. It's just like any sporting event where you're on the road. The home team has the advantage. We're traveling. Even though it's not far, you're getting on a bus. You're going to our team's locker room. Your timing might be a little bit off on pregame. So there's some differences there, but I feel like the kids are going to be prepared and pull off another win.
Got the stats up here. Jermaine Stewart, 242 yards, 80 yards a game.
Yeah,
Taim Sally, 7 receptions, 202 yards.
The main thing that's sticking out to me is the new quarterback who started last year, averaging 133.7 yards a game. That's pretty impressive for a high school athlete. What do you think?
It's really awesome. So what I see there from the offensive standpoint is balance. See, I'm seeing our team throwing the football. I'm seeing our team running the football, and that's what you need if you want to get to those scores that are 35 points, 40 points. The balance is key.
Do you know anything about Gateway, the game coming up, going on the road? Do you know anything about their team and how they play?
So I actually watched a little film today. They're going to be big up front. They're definitely going to be the best team we've played so far this season. They're undefeated as well. So it's one of those pride games. So one of these teams are leaving the field with a loss, and someone is going to remain undefeated. So it's a pride thing, and they're going to be well coached. I played in college with their head coach for a year at Rowan University. So it's going to be a good game. I'm excited for it.
What do you think of our home fans? It's been all home games. What do you think of the fans?
So far, the student section's been pretty good, I will admit. If we can just get back on that first row so people can go along, and get to the other side of the bleachers, that'd be great. But no problems, no issues. Super fans have been great.
All right.
Good job. Good work.
We'll look forward to that. Let's switch gears to girls tennis. Got the schedule here.
You see the win against Gateway. It's the first win against Gateway since 2011. How do you feel about how our girls tennis team is performing this year and obviously beating Gateway?
I'm putting this all on the coaching. Nah, just kidding. Great job, girls. Coach Strauss, you are the man. So I had to throw that plug in there for you. But yeah, that 4-1 win, first time in, 14 years?
Yeah.
That's
great.
That's crazy. Anytime you can get that win and get over the hump, that's a great thing for the program.
Let's go over the stats here. Singles. Sticks out to me, Lucy Conway and Lauren Rice both with 5 wins.
Yeah, it's huge. They're contributing at a high level, and it's what leads to these winning matches.
You see Lauren Rice being a junior. Do you think next year she would come back and have more than 5 wins starting her campaign?
Yeah, well, that's the hope. The hope is that each match, each game, each match and each year, she gets a little better, and competing for that first single spot next year, and I expect her to be pretty good.
All right, going away from tennis and going into girls soccer. Obviously, you see their last 4 and their first 4, or their next 4. Some pretty big scores that you see there: 6-0, 7-3, 4-3 was a close game. How do you feel about how we're playing this year?
Look, what I see is the record there. So I see 3-0-1. So we don't have anything in the loss column, and that's what's most important, right? You're playing to win games. We tied a very, very good Haddonfield team. We were trying to get our redemption with them last year from the sectional championship game, and we tied. Okay, so we'll see them again. but we got 3 wins right now, and we're playing well. We have a lot of youth that's playing, and they're only going to get better each game.
I'm looking forward to those games. If we can bring up back the schedule, 3 of those 4 teams have a winning record.
Yep.
Especially Audubon, big game today. What do you think?
Big game
about
today. We got a little weather out there. Again, we have the same exact record as they do. We're going to be on the turf, and we're going to see which team wants it more. Again, someone's going to leave here with either their first loss of the season or their second tie. So let's hope that we get to that 4th win and we send them packing.
Taking a look at the stats here, you see a Montgomery Dram sticking out with 7 goals and 4 assists starting. She just committed to Purdue to finish her career at a good college. How do you feel about her committing and how she's performing this year?
So that's huge. I mean, anytime we have someone commit to a school like Purdue, something needs to be celebrated, which we will. And obviously, Monmouth was nothing to sneeze at. She's going to be successful in the future, and we're very proud of her. And obviously, the start to the season for her has been phenomenal. We had her with 5 goals in a game already this season, which is just crazy. It's crazy. And we're expecting her to keep scoring and push for that school record.
I look at Madison Sim having 45 saves. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, that's another thing that in my mind that's expected. You just expect her to make every save. I mean, she's an incredible goalie. And I'm not surprised by that. Let's just put it that way. I expect her to have 45 saves throughout this point of the season, and she's been exceptional.
All right, I'm looking forward to that today. I'm going to see that game.
Yeah,
let's
definitely
switch
come
to
out.
girls field hockey.
Of course.
You see the record 3-1. That's a pretty good record. And you look at the stats. You see the freshman with 6 goals and 3 assists. How do you feel about getting a new girl coming into the school and not being afraid to play well?
So on that list, there's actually 2 freshmen that are contributing there with the goals and the assists. I mean, Lexi Johnson's been phenomenal. All right, Amelia's been phenomenal. These girls are very young, and it's kind of the burst that program needed. So we went from 2 seasons ago not playing. Last year, winning 2 games, playing an entire season, usually playing games like 11 on 9. We would have 9. Now we have 25 girls out there. We have some contributing freshmen, and it's just going in the right direction. It's been great.
Lexi Johnson, actually Player of the Week, Colonial Conference. Thoughts on that?
I mean, so we had a lot of home games to start this season, and I'm sure there was girls out there who were pretty good. But at the end of the day, I didn't see another freshman contributing like she was. So that award is well deserved.
Going away from field hockey, let's take a look at girls volleyball. You could see they were off to a rough thing, but they're coming back with a record of 2-1. How do you feel about the record so far?
Yeah, so this year we actually switched from, we had a very successful last year in the BCSL conference, and now we switch into the Olympic conference. And the competition's going to be a little bit tougher, and everybody understands that and expects that. We might not have the easier wins that we had last season, but they're competing, and they won 2-1 Holy Cross the other day. And we're bouncing back here. We're going to have Cherry Hill West here on Thursday, so we're excited for that one. So hopefully we get another win. When they come to play, they're as good as any team that we're playing against.
Let's take a look at the stats from the girls this year. You see Ariana Margarine, 38 kills, 39 digs, and 9 aces as a sophomore. How do you feel about that?
Well, she's a junior now,
Junior?
I believe. Yeah, she's a junior now. Incredible athlete. She's just awesome when it comes to volleyball. She's awesome. She's so much fun to watch. She's just on a different level. When she hits the ball, everybody knows it. You can hear it. It's just different compared to the rest of the kids. And, I mean, it just shows in her stats, those 38 kills. It's just incredible. Off to a great start.
That's not easy. That's not easy.
Yeah, you would know.
Yeah,
right? You
I
would
do
know.
play.
You
I
would,
do play.
You would know. Yeah, we'll see you in the spring.
38 kills, 39 digs. That's not easy to do.
Well, yeah, it's very early, right? Yeah, it's only going to get better. Those stats are going to be incredible.
All right, looking forward to it. So our Athlete of the Month here. We briefed a little bit about it, but
Yeah, Lexi,
another deserved award.
our August Athlete of the Month there, the Female Athlete of the Month. And who else do we have?
Rene Camacho from the football team, who also stood out this year, going into his junior campaign also.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm watching the game from the sidelines, and not just to piggyback off the name of the show here, but he's just in on every tackle, it feels like. Every special teams play, he's making a play. Every play at middle linebacker, he's out there making a play. He's just fun to watch. And for the last couple of years now, you just see him get better every single game. So he's been awesome, and that's an award. That Athlete of the Month for Rene, well-deserved, well-deserved.
Let's take a look at cross country now. Their first 3 meets, they were obviously good meets. Good.
Yeah.
We have great runners on the team this year.
Yes, we do. So we have a awesome amount of kids on the team, number one. That's the most impressive part. When we have 30 kids combined in this co-ed cross-country program, it's just the numbers are fantastic. We lost a lot of good runners on the female side last year. They graduated, obviously. Now we have a more male-dominant side of the program. So you got your Brady K's and Gios and them, and they're just doing fantastic. And they're going to be awesome. They're still juniors. We're coming in like 5th, 6th out of 70 runners, and those top 5 are seniors. So the future's bright in that for that program, and they really just work. They're out there working every day, and they're just fun to watch.
Speaking of those top 5, let's take a look at the graphic coming up here. See top runners of the meet. Some crazy times.
These times are incredible. I couldn't even dream of those times. What about you guys?
No.
No? So let me ask you a question. Where do you think you would come in here?
I wouldn't even place. That's a 3.1 mile course.
Well, you would have to finish. You would have to finish.
I don't think I'm doing it.
You don't think you're finishing?
I think I'm calling the ambulance to come get me out of there.
That's a 3 mile course. I think they're picking me up at 1.5 miles. I don't think I'm making it the rest.
You got to tip your cap. It's not an easy thing. It's a lot. Like you just have to be self-motivated, and I just tip my cap every time to them because it's not something that I would want to do, but they find enjoyment out of it, and they're really good.
Speaking of running, let's look at boys soccer, where there's a lot of running going on in the field.
Of course, yeah.
3-1 to start the season, and their only loss going to Haddonfield, who's a really competitive team. We always compete with them. Yeah. They fell short 2-1, but how do you feel how we started the season?
Again, coming off a state championship run, this is expected. These games they're going to be tough. Everybody is going to give Sterling their best when it comes to boys soccer. They're going to look at us and say, that's the team we're circling on the calendar. That's the team we want to beat. We want to take that state championship away from them, essentially. So, you lose a tough Haddonfield game, but the rest of the games are competitive, and we're doing great, and we're mixing a lot of kids in. I mean, some of these games we're playing 20 kids, and it's just impressive, the depth that we're rolling out there. And it's just been a great start to the season.
I was going to mention that one loss. The first loss since October of last year.
Isn't that
That's
nuts?
Crazy.
So we're talking like 11 months.
Yeah.
Of not having that feeling of losing. That's tremendous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
Some boys' stats coming here. Both juniors here. Ethan Weitzel, 2 goals, 2 assists. Connor Maynard with the same stats, and still with the senior year after this year.
Yeah. Even look at the goalie. You have a sophomore who has 11 saves and only allowing 3 goals throughout the season as a sophomore.
Again, we're young.
Yeah.
We're young. We're competing. We're going to have a nice run here with both of our soccer teams, both of our soccer programs. They're just at a nice point where we're playing a lot of youth, and they're only going to get better, which is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the other schools.
It was a very senior-heavy team last year.
Yeah.
We graduated a bunch of seniors, but these juniors are not afraid to step up.
Yeah, and they have. Yeah, they have. They're getting their experience. They're learning on the fly. Most of them played last year, and sparingly throughout the game, but they're showing what they can do, and it's awesome.
You got any last-minute notes?
Oh, okay. Here we go. There we go.
Side notes with Siano.
Wow.
Look at him there.
Every time I see that, thank you, Coach Strauss, for putting that one together again. Look at that stance there, guys. That old school offensive line stance. Yeah.
You're ready, dude.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I could physically get in that position anymore at my age. But, a couple things. So, obviously, we touched on the football program. We're going to be playing Friday night away. Okay, so it's not here. We're finally on the road. It is a 7 p.m. start. Okay, so we typically start everything at home at 6 p.m. Gateway is not doing that. So if you're coming to the game, make sure you know it is a 7 p.m. start. And if you can't make it for any reason, okay, we will have Channel 19, Coach Kosneski and the crew will be there, live streaming the game. And, if you can't make it, I want you to be there. Trust me, I want those stands packed. But if you can't make it, tune into the live stream, and we'll see everybody there Friday night. Thanks, guys.
Speaking of football, we obviously saw that stance that you have on the side notes with Siano. What was your favorite moment of playing at Rowan?
Oof, man, wow. See, you asked me before the show, should you prep me for any questions? That would have been one that I would have liked a little bit of time to actually.
You said you wanted it on the fly, so here's the question.
That's a tough question. I have a lot of great moments. So playing at Rowan was more than just football for me. It was about the relationships that I built. Even having somebody like Mr. Muhammad in the building here. Him and I played football together at Rowan, so we had that connection. Coach Barrett and I have a connection because he played at Rowan even though it was much after I was there. So my favorite moments were always just like the team bonding stuff and the things that we did together. I can't really point out a specific game. As I'm getting older, they're all kind of just blending into one big game. But I enjoyed my time there and just soaking everything in, which I kind of made a point of.
All right, Mr.
Great
Siano.
Great question.
We appreciate your time. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, this has been a great start to season 2 here of Siano on the Sidelines.
Maybe next episode we can get you in the stands.
I don't know about that. Like I said, I'll have to start stretching now.
All right.
We went over the season for how the season's looking for everybody. For now, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll be interviewing head coach of the girls soccer team, Coach Jimmy K. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hello and welcome back to the second portion of Siano on the Sidelines. A big thanks to Mr. Siano for joining us for that first segment. Now joining us, our second segment is head coach of the girls soccer team, Coach Jimmy K.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Coach,
Sorry, go ahead.
Coach K just picked up his 300th career win, started coaching for our Knights in 2020, has been leading the team to very competitive seasons each year. Welcome, Coach.
Hey, thanks, guys. Glad to be here. Awesome opportunity to get to see how you guys run this from the inside, and thanks for having me.
We had a few questions for you. Obviously, 300 wins is a lot of wins. Is there any wins that you remember the most throughout your career?
Oh, wow. I mean, there's definitely, you go back as far as, my first win. I was even thinking about that this year. Digging back, it's probably, I think I was the head coach of Gloucester City for about 3 years. Haddon Township High School for 16, and now going on my 6th season here. But a lot. I mean, we had won at Haddon Township. We had won a South Jersey Group 1 title and went to the state finals that year. That was a great experience. Obviously, the Coaches Cup here a couple years ago was a really awesome victory. That's something that you look forward to winning. It's kind of like an NCAA tournament type thing, and you get to play every group of school, and that was really fun.
Did you realize that you were actually one win away from playing your old team for your 300th win? It's almost like a storybook. I
don't know. That might have been too much to handle. But yeah, I think I did know about that, and there's a lot of we went to that first game and it was 0-0 at half, and I thought, oh boy, man, first game, you never know how the girls are gonna get out there, play, and Morristown Friends was giving us a tough run. They were scrappy, and then but the girls took it over, and it was it was nice to get. It was a nice accomplishment. They surprised me with some stuff, so that was really cool.
How do you prepare your girls in the off season to come out and compete every single year that you've been a coach here?
So we have a pretty good summer program where we spend a lot of time strength conditioning. I've been very fortunate to have some great upper class leaders who get the girls out for captain's practices that hold the bar high in terms of just being prepared, learning the game, getting better. And commitment's awesome. We don't. We kind of tell the girls, hey, nothing's mandatory, but the more you do, the better. And I've been very lucky to have a lot of girls who show up most of the time, which is great.
Looking back at this picture that you have of you, how does it feel? Is that one of your older players you used to coach, or a friend? How does it feel to coach against them? Or
So that group's great. That was Lexi Varela from West Deptford, who we're going to see Friday, who's probably one of the top players in South Jersey. All those girls played club ball with the Barons, at the South Jersey Barons at one time. So Monty, Ireland, Elise, and Lexi were, four of our, more decorated players in South Jersey soccer, and kids that really have put a commitment into the game, full time all year. And it's a great picture. I think that's one of the parts where, you try to tell the girls, and I love seeing players that either my daughter's played with or I've coached against, and it's just neat to see them grow and be competitive out there. And, it's hard when you're on the other sideline, but I'm always pulling for them either way.
You just mentioned your daughter. What was it like coaching your daughter, Ireland Kay, for 4 years?
It was definitely a learning experience. I mean, I think, I would say it's something you can write a book about. There's highs, there's lows, there's in-betweens. But it was a proud thing. It was an honor to do it. I say to people, it's not easy. It's not easy to coach your own child sometimes at a level, but if you get the opportunity to be involved with them, it's really cool. And she, I keep joking with her, maybe one day you'll let me be an assistant coach with you one day if you ever happen to coach or something. But no, she's been great. And, I have my youngest daughter coming in now, so I got part two. So hopefully learn from some of my mistakes and, do a better job this time around.
How's it like at home with, obviously, Ireland Kay being at LaSalle College now and not being in your house? How's it like without having her?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We miss her. Everybody misses her a lot. My youngest son, Jameson, who's in 5th grade, I think, it was the toughest time. He clamped on to her before she went. What's nice is it's close. We've had a chance to go up and see her a couple times. She came home with a couple players from her team last weekend to get a meal. And, she's not cleared yet to play, but hopefully gets cleared soon. And, we'll have the opportunity maybe to go see her play in some games up there, which will be fun. But we do miss her.
Obviously, one of Ireland's closest friend, Montgomery. What do you think about some of her success? Obviously, a very successful player.
Montgomery, she's unreal. She's as talented as they come. Having known Montgomery, when we joined the Barons, that's when we got to know Montgomery and her family. And even at that age, 9 and 10 years old, I thought, wow, this was an amazing player. First time I remember for Tarkill, we played them in a Deptford tournament. And I think we lost probably 10-7. I think Monty scored about 8 of the 10, and Ireland scored about 6 of the 7. And it was just a fun matchup. And who would have known that they ended up as teammates eventually? But Monty has a passion for the game. She puts the time in. She's a phenomenal player. And I think as a coach, you're lucky to have a talent like that at some point in your career. So she's been a pleasure to coach.
You saw her decommit from Monmouth and then commit to Purdue. What do you expect out of her when she goes to Purdue?
It's a lot. I told her, I said, you're a Big Ten athlete now. So, I think Monmouth would have been a lot. I think this day and age, any Division I, II, III level of college is very competitive, very demanding on your schedule, commitment. But I think Monty's someone that was always she chases her dreams and she doesn't hold back about it. And I think the fact that she looked at Purdue and that opportunity came and she went for it, because a lot of kids might have said no and might have stayed at a level that they felt was going to be more comfortable. But I'm proud of her for jumping into the big time and wanting to show what she can do.
Obviously, coaching Montgomery, a great moment. What would be another great moment? The Coach's Cup back in 2023. I mean, I was a freshman. Me and Nate were freshmen when this happened.
That was unreal. I mean, that save by Maddie there was phenomenal. And even I think there were so many climatic things with that game. Just us being a new team on that scene, a Group 2 school competing with Group 3, Group 4. We went through a tremendous schedule. We beat Cherokee, we beat Ocean City, we beat Eastern. It was a tough path to get there. And then Jordan Baker coming off an ACL, having this opportunity was phenomenal. And she, I had no doubts that she was going to put that away. Probably one of the most exciting games I've ever coached. The sideline was just energetic and on fire. I found myself in that game, watching you guys enjoy it sometimes and just looking over at the sideline and the cheering, and that was really cool. But being here at Sterling and I think the soccer community has been great. We have the boys that won the state title last year. I mean, I had goosebumps up in the stands when Jason finished that final goal.
Yeah.
And to see the growth, knowing Mr. Marley's, he's a community guy, I'm a community guy, and just to see that, you have a lot of pride with these kids that we see as growing up young and coming through the system, and it's really cool. And then our other sports are growing. Everybody, football, hockey, it's an awesome place to be right now.
You saw the fairy tale of Jordan Baker's career, coming up, or blowing her ACL out, coming back, scoring one of the best goals of the year to win the Coaches Cup with the whole school supporting you guys. How do you think that story lined up? It was almost like the script was written.
It was great. It was great. I mean, even in our PKs, like we had gone into the second round of our 5 shooters, and one of the things I had told them, and I just felt like, this is your time, girls. Like, I'm not gonna put together a list that I think. I mean, this is for you guys to decide, and who wants to go, who wants to step up, and they formed into that order, and they got it done. And I think it was meant to be. You know, Jordan did a great job, and I'm glad she had that opportunity.
I know you're a big Philly guy.
Yeah.
So I just got a question I've been wondering. Would you rather go to the Super Bowl at the Link or Game 7, the World Series at Citizens Bank Park?
Oh man, I'm an Eagles season ticket holder. Now, I don't enjoy the games as much nowadays, having, kids that are involved on weekends and things like that, but I fight my hardest to keep the tickets in my possession still. But Super Bowl is great, but I tell you, it's Red October is a pretty crazy thing, man. Like that place looked like it was wild.
When you walk into the bank in October,
yeah.
every seat's packed. You have the standing room only packed. There's nothing better than it.
I'd have to experience that. I'd say I really would want to experience that.
When you're not coaching, what are your other hobbies outside of coaching or working?
I like to exercise. My wife and I love to walk. It gives us some time to get together with one another, and she supports me a ton throughout my coaching venture. So she's great to have, and she's been a great partner. I coach my younger son's travel team. They're 5th graders right now, so it's pretty. 5th grade boys are wild. You go from this to that. It's like, I want to pull my hair out sometimes, but they're a great group of boys, and they're working hard. I'm involved with Tark Hill Soccer Club, and I think my ultimate hobby is I want to golf more, but I don't golf enough. But if I had it, once that time comes and that day comes, I'll be out on that golf course a couple days a week. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, now that we got here, can we settle a debate for us? Is it Sprinkles or Jimmy's?
Oh, it's Jimmy's.
Jimmy's?
Oh. It's Jimmy's. I love Jimmy's.
Okay.
Yep.
We got one final question for you. What's one piece of advice you would say to middle schoolers trying to play high school soccer?
I think that it's. I think a lot of it's about commitment and just passion. You got to want to, when you come up to our school, and I think we have a lot of community pride in our sports. Everything. Baseball being champions last year, soccer. I think there's so much great opportunity to come up here and be involved in something that's going to help you grow as a person, help you grow both mentally and physically. And I just think it's commitment. It's being willing to just get involved, be there, make the practices, show up to the events, be part of the team functions. Because 4 years goes very quickly, and I think it's some of my best memories looking back. And I played here many years ago, and my friends, when we get together, we still kind of bring up games, things like that. So it's a great experience and a great time. So be part of it.
All right, that will do it for today's episode of Siano on the Sidelines. Thank you again, Mr. Siano and Coach Jimmy K, for joining us today. For the latest news and updates in Sterling sports, make sure you go follow Go Night Sports on Instagram. Our next show will be September 29th, where we update fall sports and activities and also feature another special guest. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And as always,
Go Knights.
Thanks, guys.